Hey everyone, it's Sebastian here, Candle Business Pro. In this video, I want to talk about some creative ways that we have used to offload some of those extra candles that we had that we just couldn't sell, whether it's the end of the season or you just have a bust, right? So this is our best-selling candle. Not all of our candles are going to perform like that. You're going to have some busts. You're going to have some sense that sometimes we'll chase a trend that we think is going to be hot, and it ends up not doing quite as well as we thought, or you just have a bust in general. A couple of examples that we've had is when we first started in our original line of candles, we had a candle we called Spring Blossom. It was a very lilac heavy candle that a certain demographic loved that candle, but unfortunately it just wasn't our customer. We also had just that standard fresh linen candle, right? That we all know that scent. I love that scent. I will always be able to burn that scent and be happy with it. But we could not move that candle whatsoever. It blew my mind. I don't know. It still blows my mind why people seem to love that scent. But they don't end up buying that candle from us. So we've actually swapped it with different oils to we've done like a clean cotton and things like that. We've done some renaming on it, but that candle just hasn't moved for us. So, but that's kind of besides the point. But in general, let's talk about some ways that you can unload some of these extra candles that you have. So let's stick around. I'm going to give you some actionable items for some things that you can do. Okay, so the first way that you can try to unload these candles is to bundle it. So what we'll do is as the season is ending and we have extra, say, winter candles or fall candles, or just like our classic collection that we had started with, where we are about to launch a new line and we want to go ahead and eliminate some of these candles, at least for the season. So you can pair up a couple of those candles and do a bundle deal. That's a fantastic way. For instance, these are $26 a piece. So that comes out to being like $52 for two of these. So we would do like, buy two candles for 45, right? So having a dollar amount discount there, and one of those two candles being the candle that you are having a tough time unloading, and then the other one can be one that's doing really well. That's when people are like, oh, yeah, that's a great deal. I trust and like that one candle. Let me try this other candle as well. Because when we get the candle to the customer, as far as whether or not they enjoyed it can be completely different than just based on our sales. Our sales are going to be based, especially online. Our sales are going to be really based on your product description, your scent notes, that idea that you have created in your customer's head about that candle. So that is one of the tough things about selling candles online is how do I convey that message to that customer on the end? And you got to do that by writing really good titles, descriptions, putting the scent notes in there, and creating in their mind a journey for them to go on with that candle and understand what that is going to be. So sometimes we fail at that. Sometimes it's not necessarily the scent of the candle itself and how it's going to perform for them and for their nose, but it's just we didn't do a good enough job on conveying the positive things about that candle. So you can bundle it up with one that we know is selling well and offer a discount. But what we like to do, instead of offering a dollar amount discount, we'll bundle it up with another product. So we'll do two candles and a room spray. The room sprays that we sell are $16. They are the 4-ounce black matte glass vessel. They only cost us like $2.25 to make. So our markup on those is really high. So when we sell those, that's fantastic. But one good thing to use with those is by using them to give away in bundles. So rather than taking, say, $5 or $10 off of buying two candles, it's buy two candles, get a free room spray. In the customer's mind, they're getting a $16 deal because that's the value of that room spray if they were to buy it. But it only costs us $2, $2.25 to make that. So it's really a minimal discount on our end. That's a great way of doing a bundle and getting rid of some of that unused or unsold product. So another thing is just to do a free gift with purchase for a dollar amount. So spend $100, get a free candle. The way I like to do this though is as a mystery product. So buy X amount of dollars, get a free candle. And you can put it on your website. You can have a candle that has like a question mark through it, and you can be promoting it that way and promoting it on your social media. Hey, this week only, spend $75, get a free candle. And then you just have an image of yourself on social media like this with like the white of the candle, and then just have like a question mark on there. In fact, one of the thumbnails on one of our YouTube videos that Chad did was about that. And it actually has a question mark on there. Fantastic idea. You can do it just in Canva. It'll draw attention to that. It gets people excited. I remember growing up, I'm probably aging myself now, but we would go into like a general store or a gift shop, and there was always these in like kind of the kids area. There was always these craft bags that were stapled closed and a marker written on there like grab bag $2. You didn't know what was in it. But it was really inexpensive to get. And then we would open it up and it would be a sticker and a bookmark and an eraser and a pencil or something like that, right? And it was all just the extra stuff that the store had that they wanted to unload. They're not going to lose a lot of money on it. They're probably not losing anything on it if they are selling them at the right price. And it's a good way to offload some inventory. So creating a mystery around a surprise candle or a surprise gift is a fantastic way of doing it. So another way to offload some of this extra inventory is going to be to reward your current customers. So your current customers are your best customers. So it is so much easier to sell a product to a customer that you already have rather than going out and trying to acquire a new customer. So the cost to acquire a new customer, whether it's through ads or through doing markets and getting customers that way, however you're selling candles or the energy that you're putting into acquiring new customers, it's going to be so much more than just going to the customers you already have. So utilizing your email list, utilizing your social media and selling things to them or rewarding them, it's a fantastic way of doing it. So what we will do is we will reward our top customers. So anytime we have extra stuff, things we need to get rid of, we can look at who our best customers are, and it's a free gift, right? It is so much easier for us to take a candle that costs us $5.50, $6 to make, and it's going to take us another $6 to mail it to them. So we've now invested, $12 and say, let's do that to our top 10 customers, and send them a surprise. That's $120, $130. It's going to take a half hour, an hour to package it all up. Write a nice little note to them. Thanks for being an amazing customer of ours. I guarantee you that a return on investment of that is going to come back to you so much more. So we have a program. I think I've done another video about it. Our loyalty program is called Leading Lights. It's our top customers of the year. At the end of the year, we surprise them with a candle that we've created just for them. We don't sell it to the public. And we have a nice year-end review. And then we give them a discount card for them to use for the following entirety of the following year. And so that is part of our loyalty program. But treating some of those customers as well to a surprise candle here and there is also a fantastic way of offloading some of that inventory, and you'll end up getting that money back to you in the future. So these are just a few ways of getting rid of some of this inventory. Think of it this way, kind of do a mind shift of we're not losing money by just giving this product away. We're getting creative on how to still make money on this product. So don't just give it away. Think of ways that you are going to end up getting money coming back into your business. One last way of thinking about getting rid of some of this extra inventory that you may have is donation. So we get requests, 3, 4, 5 donation requests a week, whether it's from a school, from a church, from a nonprofit, from the nonprofit theaters, from the museums, golf outings, all kinds of stuff. They're looking for donations. And so they're coming to our shops or they're emailing us saying, hey, can you sponsor this? Can you sponsor that? We try to do the best we can. But these are the products that they're good quality products. We're not just giving them scum, right? We're giving them good products. They just didn't sell well for us. So, putting together a bundle of a couple products that are just sitting on the shelves, we've got dozens of them, is a way of making a donation. You now have a tax write-off from that donation, and you're getting your name out there, and it's advertisement for your brand for people that are going to be attending that event and bidding on that item or whatnot. So think of it that way. It's going to be a business expense write-off. So that is another way for you to offload some of that extra inventory and getting your name out there as well. And you don't necessarily have to wait for people to come to you. You can always reach out to organizations and say, hey, I'd like to make a donation. I saw you have this event coming up. I would love to pair a couple candles together. Would you be interested in me being a in-kind sponsor? So an in-kind sponsor is going to be instead of getting them money, so a sponsorship package is say, hey, $200 and you're going to be a bronze sponsor of this event. Say, hey, I would like to be an in-kind sponsor, which means I'm going to give you the value of that sponsorship level, but not in actual dollars. I'm going to give it to you in actual product or services. So that's a way for getting your name out there. You can get your name put onto social media through the event, or with if they're printing flyers, or if they're going to have banners at the event. It's a good way of getting your name out there. Okay, so that's it for this video. In the comments below, why don't you leave a comment and let me know what are some other creative ways that you have thought of to unload some extra inventory? Or if one of these recommendations that I've given you resonates, let me know which one. So I'd be excited to hear that. So thank you so much for tuning in. If you have any other questions, feel free to drop those in the comments as well. Have a great day.